Okay, we're going to do a little video here. This is the rocking chairs that I made before, and everything was set up with all the distances between the thickness of the material to fit all the slots, and everything fit together perfectly. This is the one that has the engraving all over it. So what I was thinking of doing is making a video showing how to take this little one and make it about a foot tall. So what I did is, basically what you want to do is I took the DXF file and I go over here and I make a line, so on the screen, and I want to make that line on the L right there, if you can see it moving the distances. So I make a little point over here, and then I can make that as long as I want. So I come over to distances, or the length, the L right there, and I want that to be right about, that's going to be the material, and it's basically a 1/4 inch thick, so 0.25. So you want to come down here and find let's see, 2.5, somewhere right around in there, and I'll adjust it here in a second. That's 2.8, 2.52, 2.3, let's see. So there's our little line, right? So you grab that line, drag it over to one of these little spots on the DXF file, and we're pretty close already because I've already adjusted it, but you basically you grab the whole DXF file and size, highlight it, and then right click and say free transform, and over here you have a thing called scale. If you know how to run this program, then you would know how to do this, but for people that don't know, so you would adjust your scale, and then you would come back in here and make that distance 0.25, and that adjusts the whole thing, you know, the right size, so that it fits this thickness of material. So you do like 3/4 of an inch, you can make yourself a pretty big one. So I'm going to put this on the machine and get it set up, and I'll write some tool paths. I'll show the tool paths here in a minute, and then I'll be back. Okay, so what we did is I went through here and I went in the area around here, and I put in holes, you know, just so I can have location spots to do some screw downs and stuff all over there. So we generated a tool path on here, basically showing, you know, where all those holes are inside there, and we're gonna run it over here and see what happens. Just drill some location holes, and getting ready to move to do the first hole. Should be right about there somewhere. Anyhow, we'll let that go, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so we got all of this highlighted, everything that we wanted to V-carve. We set it with a 90-degree 1/4 inch V-bit, which is basically right here, and it'll just drop down 0.03 onto the surface of that. I gotta set the bit yet. Got the screws in, there's our center, and a couple more screws in, and then I'll show it doing a little bit of the V-bit carving, and then I'll show a little bit when it's cutting it out, and then I'll show it when it's all put together. Alright. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, it's V-carving right now, or following the lines. It's doing this little part right in here. So, that's what it looks like. Not pushing it very hard, so we'll show you more. Let's sit here and watch all that. It'll take forever. Alright, back again in a minute. Alright, the engraving's done. Now we're going to do the pocketing. The pocketing is just the parts that we need cut out from the interior. Not the best engraving in the world. The wood's kind of bumpy. So, but we'll get it. I'll wait for another one. Okay, the pocketing is done. I think it did a pretty dang good job, man. My bit kind of got wandered off there and screwed up the that was supposed to be engraving. But we measured that. We want that to be 0.25. As you can see, we got, let's see, 0.26. I can't do it on that one all the way. 0.254. So shit, I mean that's pretty damn close. So it'll easily, this is supposed to be the slot for the seat. So that fits in there perfectly. So yeah, I mean that'll be perfect. So that scaling thing works whenever you want to change your DXF files and go from a smaller thing to a bigger thing. As long as you know all the smaller things fit, then when you scale it, instead of trying to do it by hand, you just pull that lever. But so far it's actually been able to do it. So next video, I'm going to do the outline cuts that cuts out all the pieces, and I'll show a little bit of that, and then I'll be back. Okay, here's a little update. Well, here's the little one that I was working on before. There's the DXF file of this, bigger. Look at this. I mean, come on, that is cool as shit right there. I mean, just in time for Christmas. Put little Mrs. Santa Claus or Papa Santa Claus, or I don't know, put a little present in there, whatever. I mean, that's cool as hell. Big old monster. A little baby one. And then you literally can take that DXF file and go bigger and bigger and bigger. I want to make one that literally is like 3/4 of an inch plywood. You put it all together and you can take it wherever you want. So it's got the engraving on there, on the seat. Pretty cool, huh? Little rocking chair. Still kind of tacky. So, yeah. There you go. The little baby one and the daddy one. Anyhow, well, thanks for watching. Alright.